What is up, YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2019 Baek Battles. Today, we are using the Groudon Cherrim team once again, and this team has received a lot of love, so thank you all so much for the love. But as always, if you do want to try out the team, there is a QR code in the description down below. I did decide to make a QR code of this team because it's just too dang good to keep to myself. So if you want to go try it out, it's in the description. But I would really appreciate if we could still hit that like goal of 175, which is what the normal like goal would be if I wanted to post a QR code. So, yeah. But otherwise, yeah, it should be pretty fun. If you haven't checked out the previous episodes, you've been missing out so much. Go check them out. But let us play some games. Groudon, Cherrim, Yveltal, Tapu Koko, Stakataka, and Incineroar. Let us play some games and see how this goes. So I think this team is just, I don't know, really fun. I really like Yveltal Cherrim. Like, I've been thinking maybe after this, I'll probably experiment around with maybe the other legendaries, maybe like Solgaleo, for instance. Solgaleo seems cool because a superpower would just knock out Incineroar. You can't get intimidated, so that seems pretty cool. There's some pretty nifty stuff that I can think of. But right here we got Victor with a Incineroar, Kyogre, Tapu Koko, Ludicolo, Ferrothorn, and Lunala. Now, I actually wanted to play some music because I usually play better with music on, so I'm just setting up my music. But let's see what's gonna be troublesome in this matchup. Tapu Koko, probably. I really do like my Yveltal here. I think Yveltal's pretty good. I'm pretty sure my opponent's gonna lead something like Tapu Koko, maybe Lunala? I could see Ludicolo lead, I guess. What's good as a lead here? I like Yveltal a lot. Do I like Incineroar? Incineroar's alright. I just don't think you're bringing the Ferrothorn, so there's no point. If there's no Ferrothorn, I could bring Sakataka. But I think I'm going to go my own Tapu Koko because I have Electroweb pressure. And then a Groudon and Cherrim in the back. Yeah, I like that because, one, I could break the Shadow Shield on Lunala and then go for a knockoff and guarantee the knockout even if there's like an Intimidate from the Incineroar. I think that's a pretty good idea straight off. And I don't want to lead Groudon because I don't know what kind of Lunala set it is. Because Lunala can run so many different sets. There's the Electric Seed Calm Mind set that this could be since there is a Tapu Koko. There could be a Choice Spec set, which is the most common one. There could be a Tailwind set, a Trick Room set, a support set with Wide Guard. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I can see Lunala doing, and I can't really tell on this team, but I can definitely see the Electric Seed Calm Mind variant, which wouldn't be too good in this matchup because I think Yveltal just does so much damage anyway. So let's see what my opponent's going to lead. It's going to be Tapu Koko Ludicolo, no surprise there, as we will lead my Yveltal plus my own Tapu Koko. So I don't think that's a bad trade for me, because you're probably just going to fake out and either go for the electric type attack or you're going to Volt Switch, which I can definitely see. I think overall, what I want to do is actually just go hard into Groudon turn 1. I don't want to take any damage. And I'm going to protect because I want to preserve my Focus Sash, because I think if you're going to go for an attack here, you're going to go for the Fake Out into the Tapu Koko and a Volt Switch into one of my two Mons, or just go for the Electric type move in the Yveltal. If that's the case, that works out fine because I get Groudon in, I negate it. He'll probably be inclined to switch out into his Kyogre or Volt Switch. Let's see, would Thunderbolt in Electric Terrain plus Precipice Blades get the Ludicolo? I'm not sure, and probably the Ludicolo is faster, so I probably don't want to risk that. As well, go Groudon right here, and we'll see what my opponent decides to do. I'm trying to maneuver the board so I can lure in the Kyogre immediately, which would be great. We will go for the Protect here. I'm pretty sure that we're just going to see a Fake Out into Tapu Koko and a Electric type move. Yeah. Into Tapu Koko. So I could have, wow, my opponent risked a lot there. I could have went for the knockoff, but then again, it's very unlikely I would just go for the attack right there. So that's alright by me. I can go for a Precipice Blades. I don't think that's the call though. I could go for Electroweb. The problem is I don't know if it's Scarf Ogre. That's the thing. I do want to go into Cherrim, and I either want to Electroweb here, because I feel like my Volt Switch is going to go first. Because, well, I am Modest Koko, but I just don't know the speed stat on my opponent's Pokemon. I think I'll just go for the Electroweb, though. I don't think there's a reason not to go for the Electro Web, because if it is Tim and Tapu Koko, that works out, because I get the Electro Web off, I'm going to be faster than Ludicolo after Swift Swim, and I'm going to be able to outspeed the Kyogre if it is Scarf. Plus, I get a special defense boost from this Flower Gift, so looks like I am faster with my Tapu Koko. I will get an Electro Web off. Okay. So I do get some chip into the Tapu Koko and the Ludicolo. Like, that chip's pretty important, actually. Volt Switch going to come out, because now Ludicolo's in range of Sucker Punch from my Yveltal, and that's pretty big, because now I can threaten the Ludicolo whenever I want to. But then again, Incineroar is probably in the back, I would imagine. I'm pretty sure the last two will be Kyogre and the Incineroar. Let's see what my opponent's going to bring out. It should be Kyogre? I would say Kyogre comes out, but I mean, you could bring out your Incineroar. We are going to see Kyogre come out, which is okay here. And I don't know what you're going to do with Ludicolo. You could go for the Water type move. I feel like you go for the Water type move into the Cherrim slot. Could be in my Tapu Koko though. So let's see what my opponent decides to opt for. It's going to be the Scald coming out into the Tapu Koko. So nice play from my opponent, able to get rid of my Tapu Koko. But I mean, I get a free switch in here, which isn't the worst case in the world, as Life Orb revealed. I mean, what's stopping me from going to Groudon and clicking Helping Hand Precipice Blades? I'm pretty sure I knock out every single Pokemon here. And with that Electro Web, I definitely outspeed the Ludicolo. There can't be a Focus Sash on Tapu Koko, or if it is Focus Sash, I mean, I just eliminated it anyway. I guess the worst case is like Protect Ludicolo and a Switch out. But I'm not sure. Not many Ludicolos do run Protect. So I'll go for the Helping Hand. I'll go for Blades here. Yeah. And I'll just try to pick up a KO as quick as possible, because Helping Hand Precipice Blade should be able to knock out Ludicolo at that range. And especially with the Flower Gift plus Helping Hand, even if Incineroar comes in, I'm pretty sure Precipice Blade should still be able to knock out the Ludicolo. I mean, come on, this is Flower Gift boosted plus a Helping Hand. Like, these calcs are insane. Like, do the calcs. They're actually pretty insane. So let's see what my opponent's going to do. Switch out the Kyogre. Going to come out into that Tapu Koko. So sacking the Tapu Koko, no surprise there. As let's see what my opponent... Oh, double switch actually. Into the Incineroar. Okay, so both Pokemon, as long as I hit, and I do kind of need to hit both of them because I really do want this pressure. I really do want this pressure, because if I can force my opponent not be able to switch anymore, I win the Weather War, which is really big. Nice. So we hit Precipice Blades. This is definitely going to knock out both Pokemon. Yeah, there's like no way either one of them were surviving. We do have the Flower Gift boost along with the Helping Hand boost, so knock out both of those Pokemon. And now it's Kyogre and the Ludicolo going to come out. I guess it's an interesting spot still, because I still have no idea what like the items are on my opponents. I think the safe play is to sack my Yveltal, but then again, like, I don't have to realistically, because you could predict that. I'm just not sure if you have Grass Knot. I kind of think Cherrim can win on its own realistically if I am able to get the Sun back up. Kyogre has to lock itself in the move. I assume it has to lock itself in a Water Spout. I don't think it can lock itself in Ice Beam. Ludicolo can Fake Out. I think I just double protect here, then I switch out Groudon and go into Yveltal. I think that's the play. Because one, I get to scout out what kind of, what kind of Kyogre, like if it is Choice Scarf Kyogre, what it locks itself into. We will double protect here, and I do want to scout for like maybe a double Ice Beam combination if it has. I'm pretty sure it's Fake Out. Oh, it is Ice Beam. Okay. Ice Beam and Water Spout. Okay. I don't know if that knocks out Cherrim. That's the thing. If it knocks out Cherrim, that's actually kind of bad. Maybe I should have just went into Yveltal, hard Yveltal. I mean, I'm going to go hard Yveltal now, but the problem is I don't know Cherrim lives to double up, because it is a Life Orb Ice Beam we are talking about. So, yeah, maybe the best play was just a hard switch Groudon anyway, because even if I lose Yveltal, like, Cherrim will still get the boost. I still have the Flower Gift, yeah. I was just worried about, like, Ludicolo, because it does outspeed my Groudon. Since Ludicolo outspeeds my Groudon, Grass Knot was a huge realistic threat that could have happened. So yeah, like, I was afraid of that. And then I'm not sure Cherrim can beat the Ludicolo 1v1 even after the Life Orb hits. So we'll bring out the Yveltal. We'll see a Scald come out actually into Yveltal. Okay. Oh, it's not Scarf. Double Scald. That's fine. I'm getting Chip into your Kyogre with Grass Knot to put in Precipice Blade's range. Oh, wow. That Grass Knot didn't do as much. That's a really bulky Kyogre. Like, that's really bulky. Huh. I mean, I can go Groudon now, and then I think it's like a 50-50 mind game. Well, actually, no. Ice Beam's not going to do as much because I do have to Flower Gift to Cherrim. So I think I can just go for the Grass Knot here into Ludicolo and a Precipice Blades. Because here's the thing. If I protect one and let's say he doubles up the Cherrim slot, I'm kind of concerned at that point. If he doubles up Groudon, he takes a Life Orb hit. I get damage in Ludicolo, so one more Life Orb hit should be able to finish off the Ludicolo, I would imagine. And then Kyogre versus Cherrim in the sun, I just don't think Kyogre can beat me down. So yeah, I'll go for Blades plus Grass Knot here, as the Kyogre are actually going to protect, so that's really good for me. Energy Ball, not Grass Knot? I don't know about that. That still did a lot of damage. A double up would definitely knocked out, but I would have been okay with that. Precipice Blade's going to come out. Does target down to Ludicolo. Does hit. Knocks out the Ludicolo. Now to Cherrim and Kyogre. Or I can go for, I think Protect Grass Knot is safe. I just don't know if he has Ice Beam. But then again, Ice Beam shouldn't be doing too much anyway. Because I think a Water Spout's not going to KO. He needs to go for... I just don't want him to stall out the Sun turns and then like Ice Beam actually does KO me. So I'll just go for the Grass Knot. I also don't know how fast the Kyogre is. It's really going to come down to what kind of Kyogre set it is. Since it's Water Spout Scald, I'm guessing Thunder protects. So it might not actually be able to hit my Cherrim. We'll find out here. Thunder into Cherrim, but it's in the sun. Thunder is... I don't remember if it's 70% or 50% accurate, as we barely missed a knockout. It's not even buried. I was really afraid of the berry. Okay. That just works out in my favor, because now I just get to click Fire Punch and Grass on, and I win the game. Okay, really nice. I don't think that was the cleanest endgame for me, but it looked like if I actually just sacked Groudon, was able to bring out Yveltal, I would have been able to win, because of the fact that Sucker Punch and Knockoff Threat would have been absolutely huge against my opponent. So I don't know, there were probably multiple ways I could have played that endgame, but I don't like how I played that endgame specifically, because I could have just brought out Yveltal and protect Cherrim. If I lose Yveltal, I get into Groudon, and I think Groudon would have been pretty good there. And since my opponent just went for the Water Spout, unless it's like a boosted item like Mystic Water, my opponent would have been able to knock out my Groudon, which means I would have been able to have my Yveltal, so I would have been able to have Sucker Punch pressure or knockoff pressure depending on what I predicted, because my opponent could have went for like Fake Out to avoid the Sucker Punch and then attack with Kyogre, so I could go aggressive there and go for the knockoff if I really, really want to. So yeah, there were definitely multiple scenarios where the game could have definitely changed, but I feel like if I did just make the protect play, it would have been better. I mean, we still won in the end game, but I feel like there were definitely better plays there than the ones that I decided to go for. So we do take a win, which is really nice. Really do think that Cherrim is putting the team on his back, as we got a 70-57 rated player from South Korea. Wow. Nicholas. I don't know how you pronounce that, Mon. I really don't know how you pronounce the Mon. Another Yveltal, not Yveltal, a Lunala Kyogre matchup. Hitmontop this time, no Incineroar, which is pretty rare on a team. So I like this matchup because Yveltal is pretty good in this matchup. I don't know what kind of Kyogre set this is going to be. I don't know what kind of, like if it's Scarf, Ludicolo is also annoying. Yeah. Definitely bring, I think I just go the same thing as the last game. I don't see a problem with it realistically. Electro Web is still a good threat. Damage wise, Tapu Koko can do a lot better. I guess if it's Trick Room, that's that one concerning part, because I can't really maneuver as well. Because I'm assuming it's a Trick Room Kyogre because of the Nicholas. Because, you know, it does get access to abilities like Overcoat and Magic Guard. I'm not sure which one this would be. I would imagine Overcoat, so you prevent getting spoiled from Amoonguss, which is a really cool ability. Yeah, I'll go Groudon Cherrim in the back. I'm not sure exactly what kind of matchup this is going to be, because Hitmontop and Rhea Nicholas definitely changed this matchup. Like, Hitmontop can definitely switch into Groudon a lot easier. It can also switch into Yveltal a lot easier. So, this is going to be a hard one. I'm pretty sure Hitmontop, Kyogre, Ludicolo is going to come out. And then the last one is like a toss-up. I don't know which Pokemon. Probably the Tapu Lele, I would imagine, for the Yveltal. Since my opponent's Yveltal matchup isn't that great. A Hitmontop Lunala going to lead. Okay. Can't I just go for knockoff and do I Volt Switch or Electro Web here? Because I kind of don't want to switch out. I mean, actually, Volt Switch wouldn't be a bad play. I think I just go for knockoff Volt Switch. Because if you fake out one, it doesn't matter. Gain Cherrim, it wouldn't be that bad because I could start heal pulsing my Yveltal if Tailwind does go up. So we're going to see the fake out come out. Target's on Yveltal, no surprise there. So I'm going to be able to keep my Sash, which is nice. Volt Switch going to come out into Lunala. That does nothing. That's a bulky Lunala for sure. I know it gets Shadow Shield, but I'm pretty sure that Volt Switch should have done at least a little bit more. So it does at least have some bulk. I will go Cherrim here. It also scares my opponent from switching out the Hitmontop on a Grass Knot potentially. As we're going to see, yep, it's a Tailwind set. Okay. No surprise there. I mean, I could go for my own Tailwind, but I'm not exactly too sure. I could Sucker Punch, which I'm really tempted to do. Like Sucker Punch, Heal Pulse. Because Sucker Punch will KO Lunala for sure. But the problem is, what if Lele is in the back and you switch out into Lele? I guess that's a concern. Maybe I should just Tailwind and Heal Pulse. I'm just worried a double up does somehow knock out Yveltal. But you know what? I think I'm going to Heal Pulse and Tailwind. I don't think a double up can knock out Yveltal with like Moongeist Beam plus Close Combat. That was not an option I've ever considered in my life, but thank the Lord it missed. It had Thunder. So is it no Protect? You would assume it wants Psyshock and Moongeist Beam, right? Unless maybe it doesn't even run Psyshock. Okay, what the heck? What the actual heck? Okay, I'm guessing it doesn't have Protect. Do I Heal Pulse for Cherrim again? Hitmontop's probably slower. I'm just gonna go for the Grass on Hitmontop and then knock off into Lunala. I should be able to knock out the Lunala. Hitmontop is gonna retreat here. Let's find out what's coming out. Gonna be that Tapu Lele, which is fine. And I mean the Grass Knot damage is gonna be really big. Into Tapu Lele, breaks a potential Focus Sash. Oh, it's a Seed. So I don't know if this knocks out. I don't think it does. Oh, since it doesn't have Shadow Shield, it doesn't. Yeah, I forgot. If it had Shadow Shield, it would have definitely lived. But without Shadow Shield, yeah, I'm just able to knock out. Grass Knot does come out on the Tapu Lele. Good damage to the Tapu Lele. So there are a lot of things I can go for here, I feel like. Let's see what the Pokemon's going to come out. Kyogre. There's no Ludicolo, which is pretty big in this matchup. We're going to see the Kyogre come out. I could go on a Groudon and click Grass Knot into the Kyogre. That's a play. I could double Protect here, stall out my opponent's last turn of Tailwind. Yeah. Actually, I don't think there is a drawback to doing that. Because next turn I get to click Grass on and knock off. We're going to see the Kyogre retrain him on top. Ooh, really good play, actually. One, you're probably trying to bait out the Groudon. Two, you get the Intimidate pressure the following turn. I really like that play, actually. And Lele would live like a knockoff for anything I would throw at it. I really like that play. Luckily, you can't fake me out, which is a good thing. So, Protects here. Let's see. Moonblast's going to come out in Yveltal. No surprise. Tailwind peters out. Fake out going to go on Yveltal. I don't think there's another play. Probably a Moonblast too. I could also see Feint from the Hitmontop if you really want to. I guess I'll go Groudon here. Maybe I'll just double out. Yeah, I'll double out because I kind of want Koko in. I want to be able to Volt Switch. I want the Volt Switch pressure really badly. Because I want momentum. And even though if Groudon's gonna take a lot, it's not the end of the world. I mean, Moonblast shouldn't do too much. His Flower Gift's gonna change, even though I'm switching out to Cherrim. So Cherrim gonna retreat. I will bring out my Tapu Koko here, bring out the Electric Terrain. So I can start by switching out Groudon afterward and go for Volt Switch, I think. Yeah, I like that. Fake Out gonna come out into, yep. Moonblast, yep. No surprise there. I can protect it switched out, I guess, but I mean, it still works out. Yeah, because Moonblast doesn't really do too much. It's like it wouldn't do too much to either. Just switch out Groudon and Cherrim, I think. And go for a... Do I go for Electro up here? Problem is I don't want Kyogre coming in, and I know it's probably a Jack Spot and Hitmontop. So I could see multiple different ways my opponent can maneuver. It would be kind of bad. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for a Volt Switch or Thunderbolt. I kind of want to go for Thunderbolt, but then again, I could get I think I'm gonna Volt Switch actually. I want to Volt Switch to Lele because I want to find, if it is Scarf Lele, I want to go back. I want to go into my Yveltal so I have Sucker Punch pressure against the Lele, so I can Sucker Punch Grass Knot that slot and trap it in. Because I either knock out Lele or get huge damage on Kyogre, and both are beneficial. Faint going to come out into probably the Groudon. Yeah, that's fine. Like, since we do have the Flower Gift, like, we're definitely taking this pretty well. So, Moonblast going to come out into Cherrim. Oh, we take that extremely well. Special attack drop's annoying, but we do find out it is Scarf Lele, so we do get a Volt Switch off. And we get to go my Yveltal. Now the question is, do you switch out or not? I feel like you have to switch out. Yet, since you're not Scarf on the... Since you're not Scarf... Well, I mean, I live any attack. Other than Helping Hand boost. I don't want to risk Helping Hand boost, actually. Gonna go for the Grass Knot. Gonna go for the Sucker Punch. Yeah, that's always a play. Because I know it's Scarf Lele. I know you're probably going to switch out. Oh, you don't switch out, actually. So you go for the Feint here. Into the Yveltal, but I get a Grass Knot off. Into the Hitmontop. I get to Sucker Punch the Tapu Lele. Okay, that works out. So I was expecting maybe Kyogre was forced to come in because Sucker Punch was an option. But maybe my opponent was banking, oh, since he has Tailwind, he probably doesn't have Sucker Punch. A Jack button is revealed on the Hitmontop. No surprise there. So Kyogre will be forced to come in. And that's pretty good for me because even if Kyogre comes in, like Hitmontop can come out. I won the Weather War at this point, so I don't really need Groudon. I think Groudon's actually pretty pointless in this matchup. I probably will sack it here. And Kyogre gonna come in. Which means my Flower Gift is gonna change. Unfortunate, but I can just bring out Groudon. I sack Groudon here because I don't need Groudon in this matchup. And Cherrim is going to be boosting my Yveltal, because I think Yveltal is going to win at this point. Even my Tapu Koko can win at this point with Helping Hand Thunderbolts. So, don't know what you're going to do. I mean, might as well just protect Cherrim and go into Groudon, right? Because I'm sacking Groudon here. Like, I don't need Groudon in this matchup. Since I don't need Groudon in this matchup, after I sack Groudon, I bring out Yveltal. Unless Groudon survives, but I wouldn't mind if it survived or not. If it survived, it might actually be worse for me, and it probably does, because I'm pretty sure I capped Water Spout to be a 3 KO, unless it's a boosted item, so it probably has to be a boosted item, or it has to be Helping Hand coming out. I could see Feint Ice Beam here, but if it goes for Feint Ice Beam, one Flower Gift might allow me to survive that. I'm not exactly too sure. We'll protect here. Feint gonna come out into that slot. Okay. What's the Kyogre going for? Origin Pulse. Okay. I don't think that knocks out Groudon at all. Yeah, it doesn't. I guess I'll go for Heal Pulse. I mean, realistically, I guess it just comes down to what kind of Hitmontop set this is, because I could see Feint coming out. I'm going to go for Grass Knot and Fire Punch, I think, because I don't lose anything. Like, I still think Tapu Koko plus Yveltal will win the game, as the match is just going to be forfeited. I don't know, I feel like you do have outs, because if I'm slow Groudon and your Kyogre is decently fast, and your Kyogre is probably definitely fast because of Tailwind, or maybe it's like a mix set. But I think your bank, you try to maybe like Helping Hand, Water Spouts, knock out my Groudon, which would be fine for me because I get the berry off of Cherrim. But I mean, I still think you had potential to win, but I mean, pretty much if I choke there, basically, because if I choke there, then yeah, I probably don't win. But like literally just don't attack there and give my opponent a lot of momentum. But with Tapu Koko, with Yveltal, it would have been really hard to throw that game. So yeah, it looks like my opponent is going to forfeit there. And I think that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope that everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2019 Back to Battles. Cherrim is putting this team on its back, and it's actually really crazy. Hope that everyone enjoyed. If you did like it, please leave a like down below. It shows your support, especially for hitting that like goal of 175 likes. Would really appreciate it. As well as feel free to check out my stuff down below. If you want to support the channel, there is my Patreon page link down below. As well as you can check out my social medias like my Twitter, my Instagram, and follow me on Twitch because some very awesome VGC 2019 live streams do happen there. So highly recommend go giving that a follow and seeing more of me interact with the chat. A lot of stuff, always a good time. But otherwise, you can check out the playlist down below if you have missed it, any previous episodes especially, and of course, if you do want to try out the team, there is a pay spin of the team as well as the QR code. So if you do want to use the team, try it out. Try it out on the global link. But otherwise, thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people. Until we battle again, I'll catch you all later.